What's going on everyone, welcome back to another video. Now I'm running a bit late this morning, but I'm on my way to go meet a subscriber to pick up some parts, which is really cool. His name's Reese. I've talked to him loads and loads on Instagram, and I'll drop his Instagram below. But yeah, I'm off to go pick up a couple of bits from him. Fellow Honda enthusiast, likes his Japanese stuff as well. But if you know the car, you'll know that I've done wheels recently. I've also painted them. The car also came with a rear silencer as standard, and I've got a couple more bits to add to the exhaust. But there's three fundamentals. As a wise man called Jay Did This once said, he's a fellow YouTuber, go check him out, he's a good friend of mine as well. But he said there's three fundamentals to doing a car, or to get a good base if you like for a modified car. So if you're familiar with that video that Jay did, then you'll know exactly what I'm going to go pick up. Although do remember, this is the budget build, so I'm not going to be splashing the cash too much, and they are used parts, although from what I've seen and what I've heard from Reese, they are pretty much brand new. Anyway, I am running late as I say, so I'm going to crack on now, fly down the motorway and meet him. He's in Manchester, it's about an hour away, so yeah, catch you in a bit.
A few moments later.
So I've just got back from meeting Reese, really nice guy, really sorted, down to earth. His coupe's quite clean as well, got quite a few choice parts on it, like EK9 style headlights and stuff like that, or they looked that way. He said that they were actually painted like a really dark green, the backings of the headlights, to match the car, which is really cool. Very different, but anyway, what we got from Reese was, as you've probably guessed, high back lowering springs. So I can't wait to get those fitted. It might not be for a while, as this is obviously quite a labour intensive process, and again I'm on my drive which is part rubble and part narrow, so and if I do the lowering springs, then I will want some sort of access to both sides to be able to do both sides simultaneously. I might need, you know, some like a vise, for example, if something gets stuck. If I end up snapping a bolt, I need access to like spare bolts and stuff like that. So it will be when lockdown's completely over, you can have X amount of people round into people's houses, and therefore I will be able to work on my dad's drive and be able to get it jacked up, work out of his garage, have access to all of his tools, have access to a flat, wide driveway as well, more importantly, and get those done. And the look of the car then, once it's been lowered, if any of you are familiar with the EM1 Civics or Civic Coupes or even Civic hatchbacks of the same sort of era, when they're lowered they just look so much better. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And as you can tell, I've had the COVID cut has been removed. I've got an actual COVID cut now. But the missus did quite a good job, to be fair. The missus did it. She used the clippers on me, and yeah, did an alright job. Looks well, if I do say so myself, so thank you very much for that. But yeah, the next plan then is to figure out which is which. What's the front springs, what's the rear springs. I can see that there's more coils on these ones that've got like a smooth top to them, whereas the ones with fewer coils have quite a abrupt sort of stop to them. So I'm guessing that the smooth ones will probably end up on the back, I think, if I can, just thinking off the top of my head how the shock bodies look, and the ones that have sort of a cut out there, that'll probably go into the strut top for the front springs. Noisy quad. So yeah, I figured that out obviously when I whipped them off, but they are progressive springs as well. I did think for some reason that they were linear on the front, progressive on the rear for the eyeback springs, so time will tell how that looks. But yeah, they're the black as well. I did really want the black springs because I want it to be quite subtle, and I don't want like bright red springs just popping out from underneath the car and it looking really sort of modified if I do end up going for a more subtle look afterwards. So for those unfamiliar of what I want to actually do, I'm going to be fitting these springs lower in the car. I've got a full body kit to go on it, as you all probably know, and I've got various different parts to go on it. I really do want some seats, because I'm looking everywhere for some Del Sol seats. I can't find any. I'm not wanting to pay big bucks, but the seating position in the EM1 and the Civic EKs as a whole is shocking. You just sit so high and you sit on the seat rather than in the seat. But yeah, what I want to do with this car is tie it up and make it look proper noughties, spec Civic, and then once I've done that, I'll probably look to then calm it down maybe, or try and make it look a bit more subtle. So I did want to lower it, but I didn't want to go full big money send coilovers, and I didn't want to go bright, in your face, screaming, you know, yellow SPAC suspension or green tin is how you pronounce it, or tin as it's probably more commonly known in the UK. But yeah, I didn't want to go green tin springs. I didn't want to go red, you know, springs by any other manufacturer. So the eyeback ones were the ones, and I quite like the way that it dropped. And in hatchbacks, the rear does sit a little bit higher with these particular springs, so I'm hoping with this being the coupe and the back being slightly heavier that it will level out nicely. Time will tell. Anyway, I am going to be fitting a little decal today, which says drive yourself happy, and it's by Sad Boy Race Club. If you're not familiar with them, really good cause. Currently they've got a new partner that they're working with. I think it's Papyrus, I think that's how you pronounce it. I've been to a car meet that was run by Warrington Car Audio, and they donated all the money that they raised to Papyrus as well. Really good charity. Helps in preventing young suicide. But yeah, the Sad Boy Race Club, it's run by a lad called Dan. Really good guy. Spoke to him a few times. Went to Autosport with him as well in Birmingham, NEC. Really cool guy, and he's speaking from his own personal experiences as well with the Sad Boy Race Club brand that is created, and all the sales that he makes, a percentage of that does go to the Papyrus charity. So I'm going to be sticking this just up here, I think. Drive yourself happy. I think that'd make a really good, if it wants to focus, there we go. I think it'd make a really good sort of note to self whilst driving. Everybody that I know that likes driving, it's, you know, sort of a bit of an escape, a bit of a way to get yourself out of your own head, you know, to get out of your own head sometimes. So that's definitely going up there. Bye. Now I know that in the past 2 videos I've not really shown you guys what the Spoon Sports gear knob looks like. I haven't really shown you guys what the wheels look like. So here's a couple of cinematics just to show you guys what the wheels look like and what the Spoon Sports gear knob looks like. Thank you very much for watching. If you're liking this build and if you know anybody who'd be interested in this budget build and its progress, then please hit the subscribe, share the video as well, and share it with your friends that are being interested in this build, and ask them to subscribe as well. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.